It is Lord Haywire. I am streaming some 2D4X here, and uh, we got a bug. We got 4 bugs, but they're the same bug, and sometimes I get 5 bugs. And I actually worked on this a little bit before I started. Yeah, we're back to getting 4 bugs. It's really weird. Um, I reverted everything I fucked with. Uh, it seems to be related to this county info. It's the same bug that we had last time at the end of the stream, and I figured it was just something inherent, like there was just like some weirdness with a Godot or something. Uh, I don't know why I thought that. I was hoping. And that's not the case. We got to update this README. I'm on Godot 4.3. I mean, it could be an issue with at 4.2.3. I mean, 4.2.3. It's actually, I guess, called Beta 3. There we go. So I figured that would solve the issue, but it something. I was just hoping that when I came back, it would have solved itself. So basically, what it's saying is on 47 of my county data resource, which is this thing, it's having issues, but it doesn't have issues with this one. And so, if we look at the county info control, which is right here, we're going to make sure that's the same script. This has this stuff in there, so that shouldn't be the issue, but we can look at this script too. This is a very weird, it might be something basic, but I can't figure it out, and I'm gonna keep fucking around with stuff. So that we put in the idle workers and the converts them to a string, and then we have the label text that should be there. Let's double check that we have. So here's our population stuff. My theory at first was because this is hidden, it can't update this. But why is it working on the population label? That's weird. I didn't check to make sure my music wasn't working. Like the population one should also be getting that issue then. Then I was like, maybe it's this thing isn't really there. Oh, look at this. We got a bug. It's cast. That didn't happen last time. So, like I said, I was just looking at it and I was like, maybe we can fix this real quick. I did not get this casting thing. Cast helpers and unable to cast type Godot. Okay, so maybe we have like the control is not really a control. It should be, well, this is like a resource. And it's definitely a resource. Why would it be casting anything anyways? Maybe we have like this wrong under my globals. Maybe that it's supposed to be a control. Let's look at my globals. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, I just updated. I just updated Visual Studio right before I started. This is a control. That's why I'm labeling them this way, is just to make sure that it's easier for me to we'll save that. We have our instance here. So back to the county data, like why wouldn't it, this is county info control, county info control, county info control. Like I misnamed something. That's happened in the past. Let's go back down here and make sure it says county info control. This is a globals though. So this one just controls county info control. Let's drag it over here again just in case. Hit save. Let's do it again. This is a weird bug. I'm fucking cold too all of a sudden. It's the same. It's weird to me because I feel like it should be a simple fix. I was wondering if maybe it's because these are part of this weird scene thing. Um, like I feel like this should be something very obvious because it's like we can't object reference not set to an instance of an object. So like maybe it's happening too fast because what's happening is these things are hitting this up. You know, this is what's causing that to happen right away. But we have this call deferred. Uh, I mean, we can comment this out and see if the bug still happens. I mean, it shouldn't, but maybe it is because maybe it's getting those errors. Yeah, so it's getting those errors even before we're creating the population. So on the maybe the county data is trying, but why wouldn't it get it on the population as well? Maybe we can't have this in a resource. We do. I guess we did. We have that there. Maybe we can't have this in a resource. We have this export, and this isn't exported. So I was like, well, maybe this is the issue: is that it's exported. If I put it up here, and we started getting more bugs, but then when I get rid of them, it doesn't go away. Let's see if it goes away this time. Maybe that's nope. Uh, it's such a weird. I can't like. It's like there's probably like a typo somewhere. County info is probably not being updated fast enough. Where is this thing sitting? County info control. Like I probably deleted something. There it is. Wind, how's it going? I used to have some cool spiders that lived next to my back door. That I'd always like every time I went in and out, I'd be like, um, "There's this cool spider protecting my door," but then I don't know what happened to it. It it moved on. Maybe this county's no, because that shouldn't even be touched at this point. Um, these are both public. They're returning nothing. These are private, but I don't think they should be public because I mean we can try it. It shouldn't matter. And then wouldn't this like that one should be a problem? I'm very confused by this. How's your day, morning, afternoon going? Yeah, that doesn't have any effect. Uh, we commented out this thing, so it's not happening. It's got to maybe it's, but then if it's the problem is a resource, then this one wouldn't work. I don't know why that would have any effect, but maybe. No. Mine's going good, except for this thing. Except for this thing. And if I comment this out, it goes away. So it's definitely this line. Idle workers, it's an int, so it can't be null. So it should return 0. Like if it's for some reason it shouldn't even run this. It shouldn't try to update this until the county data kicks in. But for some reason, it's weird too, is it said that oh, they went away. It said that I had edited some of the resources, like one of these resources. Like, is there something else missing? Because we did fuck with some of these. Last time. Oh, I'm looking at the scene. I want the resource. Where did my resource go? Uh, it's down here. Wrong spot. Like everything looks like it's got something, and it shouldn't be even, applying to that. If we leave this open just for the fuck of it, it still does it too. Because at first I was like, maybe it just needs this not to be hidden. Oh, that now it's no longer. Well, no, it's no longer updated because I got rid of the county data. I just commented that out. So, or not the county data, but the county population generation. Um, I don't understand why it's just this one. Like, what is the difference between? And then if I search for this, maybe like this is. I'll rename this just for the fuck of it, so it has a different name. Maybe that's it. Whoops, I'm going in circles here. All right, maybe not in circles. I'm going down I'm not going anywhere. Where? Uh, we have the word instance in here. Like maybe this is happening so fast that like half of it is getting accomplished. Like it's figuring out the labels halfway through. Because after a while, I started getting a fifth bug that was only one of the populations. So wait, why is this happening 4 times? Originally, I was thinking that was happening 4 times because of this. Okay, it is. That is the reason. It's going through each one of these because that's in every one of these. So maybe let's think about that. The data is in every. Yeah, no, that shouldn't matter. It's in every one of these. The fuck? Hopefully, by the time I'm done, I'll have learned some new, very important thing. I was looking for any like possible thing that's different. I could put value in here just to see. Maybe okay. Let's think about this. It's going through here. Maybe these are like missing. That's the only thing it has in here, though, is the. Maybe they're wrong. Portland, Tillamook, Wasco. They're not loading from disk or anything, but let's look at Select County. Maybe Select County has something to do with it. We got player space in there. Maybe I don't have player space in here. No, it's in there. Maybe we need player space. No. Select County again. Um, yeah, none of this shit mattered. We can put that back. We can put export back here. That was just so like this is gonna be weird, but I think if I put export here, I get another bug. Like it slows down. Um, like when I say slowing down, I mean that it. See, if it got 8, it would be better. Oh, I didn't get it this time. See, because like I said, I fucked around with this ahead of time. What happens if we close this and then we do it? Yeah, I can't even duplicate my own issues. Uh, what is? Maybe this will tell us if we look over like. There's something there. Like what we're looking for is something missing. Okay, so this is empty. But it shouldn't be. So here's my other theory, and this is where it gets really weird. Joker, how's it going? Oh, really? um, so here's the other thing. This is not a part of this thing of this scene. This is just I just attached this to the bottom. But if we look at the scene that I saved, um, where the fuck I put it? Oh, I was hoping you could come in and say, "Oh, well, just click this button over here." Um, so this thing is not a part of this scene, and so maybe it's having problems. But why would the remote not show this? This being empty. But then also, why wouldn't it happen for all of them? I guess maybe it could croak out. How do I use? I've never used the breakpoint before. I don't even know what that is. People talk about them all the time. Um, yeah, I've never used them. I never even heard of them until I started messing with Godot. Here, I'm gonna move this away. Um, go to my IDE. I'm here. I don't know why this is low. This is small. It got small. Open up. I can't drag it. What happened to my thing? Maybe it will appear when I have an issue. Uh, go to left of your line number. You can click. Maybe to the right side. What the fuck is that? All right, we're comparing something. Um, we're just comparing the changes there. So it's been doing this. Is this part of this thing? I can look it up. 1 second. I want my thing back. Gray area far all the way over here. Okay, well let's go to where this real thing says it has a problem. It says it has a problem at 30, 47, 48 now because I changed something. Now what do I do? Is this a break point? It's just a red dot to me. Then what happens? It looks like it didn't even get there. So let's see if it's changed since I've 48. County data. Instance bridge. Yeah, they're all on 48, I'm pretty sure. Let's double check I put it in the right script. Except this is a resource. So it's not going to get to this actual script. It's going to get into it's going to go through the resource. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to do uh the actual script. I want my thing back over here. What is that even called? Um, Air list. There we go. Well, let's comment. I did this before but I wasn't. Let's try it again. Let's just comment that out and make sure. Yeah, so it's definitely that line, but once again, it's in the resource of each one of these. County data is the resource. It says it's getting it at 48. I don't know how we got 49 in there. It says that is, but it's once again, it's going to be in the resource, and I believe that's why it's happening 4 times is because of there's 4 counties. I guess we could duplicate a county and then just run it and see what happens. We should get 5. We did not get 5 because this has the same resource. But shouldn't it run it twice? So maybe it's not that spot. Let's remove Cowlitz's resource. We should get other stuff now. Yeah, so it's the resource definitely that's causing the... So let me think. So I still think it's a time-based thing where it's this thing isn't ready. Like the county info control, let's double check. This sits on top of, yeah, like this isn't ready when this is running. That's my, like it isn't, it hasn't, its order of execution isn't here yet. This part. Isn't there like one where you can make this go like in it or something? No. You're talking about where am I setting this value or whatever? I'm gonna put this back. I'm not. At least I can't find a place where I am. I've searched for idle workers. Well, I searched earlier before I started for this one. Yeah, it's not getting updated. Okay, so select county. would update it. Let's comment out these. They're not, I mean, this is from a mouse input, but it could be. This one we commented out earlier. Unless I have like some other create population sitting around. Nope. It's nice that the I. So this is where it was originally being called, but I commented that out to see. Select county shouldn't do anything. So then I was thinking maybe I have a signal somewhere that's wrong. I mean, I really don't think it's that one. But I don't have any signals. It should be 4 again because I put that thing back. Double check just to make sure it's not some new thing. $48. You know, it's weird though too. Let's run this again. Well, I gotta put this back. You know what I also didn't test? Yeah, so like it works though too. That's the other weird part. Is that the problem isn't that like it so it shouldn't work. But you know what I didn't test is you know, I noticed that where did this go? We need to be cowlets. Since this one was exposed before, maybe I manually typed uh, something in there and that like sets it when you run it. I don't think I did. See, now we got population causing. So this is what happened to me before, is that suddenly population would start when I put this export on population. This is I wasn't streaming. Well, let's put this back to that. And now we're back to this being. I swear it's got to be some method of execution. So what I did, this is also offline. I should have done this. Is I put this way at the top just for the fuck of it. Doesn't change. What if we put this under just to fuck around, you know? I did. I did. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Whoops. We want county generation to be there. We're going to put this back. So then my other theory was, once again, that because these aren't connected, these aren't part of this. What happens if we copy this over? Then we're going to get into the real bad bug. If this works. Let's see. The real issue. No, it didn't do anything. Wait, though. Let's put this guy. Let's put. So wait, this is gonna say it's empty, right? Right. Maybe. Oh, I can't put them in here. Maybe if I build it. What did that say? This thing is missing. a script that should be. I do now, just because I did that copy. I didn't before. Um, well, because I copied this over to this thing. Um, we can delete one of them. I prefer not to. I'm trying not to delete stuff though, because then you can't get it back. We'll hope. All right, let's fix these panels though. So this thing needs a script attached to it. If we're going from this maybe is the issue, but then why wouldn't the other one? Why wouldn't the population one have an issue? What the fuck was that? Then we're back to this weird invalid cast thing too. Wait, don't go, wait. I'm trying to see that. Yeah, we're back to this weird shit. Oh, I somehow grabbed this when I was trying to grab the other thing. There. Yeah. Well, what was that? I saw something else flashing up. So then my next theory for this was that this whole issue is because this is a scene on its own. We can still revert back to everything here. And this is where it gets really bad. I can't do it. It won't do it. Well, let me do it now. Can I copy this part and make it its own thing? Yeah, it starts doing this foreign scene bullshit. All right, we can copy that one. I don't want it to, I want it to not be a scene though. Can I get like click on this? I want it to just stop. Can I copy this maybe? And put it here and it's not a scene? Oh, it's just part of it. We don't want that. uh, so I couldn't find the make local thing earlier. Okay, so this one has the make local. Let's do that. We got a bunch of shit. I think I was down one. I was trying to make this one local. Let's get rid of this one. This is probably gonna be all fucked up now, but that's there. This one has to. Let's make sure that this is the right thing. Oh God, all these fucking errors that are popping up. That didn't do anything. Nothing was accomplished. All right, let's save this and close it because I don't. Please, it says the less nested node will be renamed. Please fix and resave scene. I don't know what it's talking about. Let's restart it. Oh, I saw a little thing flash. Now we have more. So let's turn this, let's wake this thing up and see. All right, let's double check. County info control is here. Just making sure these are the right things. They are. Maybe I have, like, once again, I have some dumb signal somewhere. The close button. Just double checking everything again. Close this thing down. Oh, or the wrong one. And see, it's weird that this one starts coming up after a while. What happens if we do? I don't know if this is even possible, but let's try it. Let's see here. What happens if, not, yes, there, we say, we call this private void. And we go, actually, let's do it with this other one because it more reliably airs out. And we put this in here. And then we do, I don't know if this is possible, but get out of here. I want to be able to see what I called the thing, even though all right, we'll just copy it over here. I agree, Win. It has to be, right? Okay, so that solved the issue. So I guess when you run, and this has happened, I think this happened in Unity as well, that when you run, a getter setter gets like set at the beginning. Is there a way? Let's see. I would prefer not to have another method down here. It's so weird. Godot call deferred just one line. I just want one line of code. The other thing, let's see. I was trying to think, like, is there a way to make this happen sooner? There is that init thing, but I don't want to like start changing. Well, I guess maybe it'll work. Uh, let's see here. It's nice and bright. It's not gonna do us any good, I don't think. What happens if... Did we still have this thing in here? Let's look. The project settings. I think we got rid of it. We did. Now I'm just curious. I don't really want to put this up here, but um, I'm gonna keep that for a second there. What happens if... Well, just temporarily, we'll put it right here. And we'll make this public. And we'll do this dumb shit over here. Then we'll go back to this and we'll comment. I mean, this is the way we'll do it if that's the only option, but I would prefer not to have like another method inside of this thing. If then we're gonna have to put yeah, it's still too fast. I guess we'll just do the call deferred thing. What about let's look at this here. Maybe this will tell us some sort of this 2 years ago. It occurs before ready. The first call to the setter is not tree safe, and checks should be done to ensure you can access it. So here's the thing. Correct practice is not access the tree in a setter at all, but sometimes emit a signal or make a deferred call can be used when something. Yeah, that does it. So, I guess it's not a weird bug; it's a ignorance bug. I didn't know that's how it worked. I know now. I'm thinking now, what happens if we do an event? The problem with an event is this thing fires an event, right? It fires a trigger. I don't know what they're called. It fires a thing. This control, this thing would have to subscribe to every county's event, which is a lot. Yeah, that's what I was just like. If we did that, but they would have to subscribe to every one of them. I'm thinking like maybe we could put it in, like have a global. We'd still have to subscribe. We would only have to subscribe to that one, but that one would still have to subscribe to every one of these unless this one thing changed that global. But they would be the same thing basically. Just it would be another layer of complication. Uh, it can update all info on any change in a county or something. So, hmm. Instead of having like two events here, we'd have one event. I feel like I'm shouting in my own ears. I don't know what's going on. Um, we'd have one event that was these things would trigger the same event. The thing is, we're gonna have 500 counties eventually, which I don't know. Maybe that's normal in games of the size of like when if you have 500 counties, maybe that's normal to have them subscribe to everyone. I think I'm gonna do it this shitty way for now, and then maybe when I'm programming something else, uh, I'll figure out it will be like, oh shit, this is how we fix that other issue. Uh, but only one is selected at a time. But I was thinking like, why do I have this in here at all? Earlier, the reason why we have to have this here is because if you have it open and shit's going on, and we want it to update shit while it's open. And so I was trying to make it easier for later. I was trying to pre-think this out, and just by having this getter setter in here, it'd make it easier if this thing is open. It would just, uh, but you know what? I just thought of another problem that this would cause. This would cause having it in here if the population changes in one that you don't have open. It would change this thing. It would change your county info panel. So maybe we should just get rid of these getter setters. Why? I wonder why I had these in here. Let's see. Let's comment these whole things out. And then back to this. I think I have this. Oh, a little too gung ho on this. We can put these. There might be a better way to do it, I guess. I think I was just trying to make it easier for the future, and I made it, and it turned out that was a bad idea. So let's see what this does. This should, I think I'm actually going to have another, oh no, we commented out that thing. Yeah, you only can have one selected at a time. Did I not public? Oh, it's still going to give me a hard time for this. All right. And I can't rename it here. And then I think I was just hoping to make it easier on my life in the future, and all I did was make it more difficult on my life right now. Well, I will uncomment that in like 2 seconds here. Let's turn this off too, because that shouldn't start open. Yeah, I think it would be updating. All right, so then we go back to here. Well, I got rid of the getter setters completely. Let's go back to here. And make sure I save this. The code has to be saved, right? Yeah, I guess it was just, I guess we just won't use getter setters there for our properties or whatever they're called for now. And then we'll have to come up with a better solution, and hopefully my brain will remember this problem in the future. I am going to put an export on these because I have a feeling we might want to make sure that we're getting the right number. Like maybe they're not updating right. Get rid of that thing. We're actually going to use this probably in the next couple of minutes, because that was the original thing I wanted to work on was that, and then I remembered we had this bug, and it's got to be, yeah. What a bummer. All right. Now, well, I guess we did it 50 minutes. It wasn't that bad. I literally, when I fucked around with it before I started streaming, I was like, this is going to take me like 3 hours to fix. Oh, we got to put this thing back. So 1 hour is better than 3 hours. 50 minutes is better than 3 hours. I know. I know. All right, all right, all right. There we go. We've done it. Maybe wait. Don't count my eggs before they're hatched or whatever. Okay. So now that is this. This has been, man. Then I was thinking about this, the next thing we're gonna do ahead of time. Maybe I'll take a quick break. But this is a good spot to take a break, right? We've solved all of our problems. Everything is wonderful. What we're gonna do next is this is quite large, actually. We're gonna put a thing down here. We're gonna put a thing down here that has our heroes and armies in it. And these are not spawned heroes or armies. These are the heroes and armies that are in each county. And that's actually some like air checking that I'm not sure we actually are doing right yet. I don't feel like when we hit this, well, we have one open. I don't feel like this should be 2 people. Like unless we're rolling ones a lot. And I never see a 4. Or I have my shit wrong. That's possible. My settings wrong. But this will tell us when we get this set up, it's going to show all of the heroes that are in that county. Not spawn heroes, that's a whole different thing. That will be our thing after this. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back in less than 5 minutes if I can find my break timer. Be right back. I hope you guys couldn't hear me singing to my cat. All right. I just thought of something too that we should do right now. Uh, let's put a breakpoint since I've never used those before. Let's put a breakpoint. I don't know. Right here. I just want to see what happens. I don't have to save it, I guess. Maybe I have to turn on breakpoints or something if this doesn't work. It shouldn't work. Yeah, that's since. So if I click on one of these, how does this work? Do I have to turn it on? Probably. I want to learn. I want to learn your skills, Joker. All right, this has a dot. It should happen. I probably have to turn it on whenever I click on anything here. You know what we also could do, since this isn't working? Settings. What does this say? Breakpoint settings. Only enable when the following breakpoint is hit. Actions. Show a message in the output window. Example. Break point motherfucker. Close. Where is this is getting where is the output window? It's in here. All right, so we shouldn't. I'm gonna put this over here. That's not gonna do us any good. I'm gonna put it down here so we can see it with this, and then we'll put this up here. and then we'll go to the output window, and then look at this. It says there's stuff missing. Uh, Nothing happened. I don't code snippet output. All right, that didn't show us. Let's go back to this thing. I didn't mean to do that. Debug. Attach Unity debugger. What? Toggle breakpoint. Oh. What have I done? I probably have to like enable it somewhere. Let's look. I don't want to dwell too long on this, but I was kind of excited about learning something new. Visual Studio. The cat doesn't like that. So I take like the pillows and my blankets off my bed behind me before I start uh, before I start my stream, and the cat does not like it. It likes that if there's a pillow it can lay against. As soon start debugging as soon as you rev or used. What is this window? Maybe that's where it was supposed to. No. Debug. How old is this? Is this like 150 years old? 13 years? That's a long time, man. That's a long time. I don't. I don't know what that is, Mr. Zinyu. Probably said your name wrong there. Break when one process breaks. Enable breakpoint filters. Symbol load info. I don't think I'm on the right spot. It's not actually saying that. It's just not doing anything. Whoops. Doing nothing. Why does it gotta be so old? I don't think it's a bug. I think I'm doing something wrong. Breakpoint warnings. Uh, a solid red circle if the debugger successfully sets, okay, a hollow circle. No symbols and modules, debug, window modules. What? Debug, windows, modules. I don't have modules on here. What are my diagnostic tools here? Modules. Maybe I don't have it installed. There was, I was looking at Unreal before I started, before I switched over from Unity. I was looking at it briefly, and it had like, Unreal with the debug symbols and Unreal without it. And it was significantly larger. It was, 10 gigs versus 1 gig or something. No, it was like 100 gigs versus 10 gigs. So maybe I don't have that installed. Like the symbols or whatever. But you know what? I'm going to continue on with that. I'll look at this. You know what? I'll put it in my list. My list. We'll put it right here. Figure out breakpoints in Visual Studio. All right. Well, I mean, because it's not stopping us from. I was curious now that I'd heard of them, but I didn't know how they worked, and I wanted to learn. But we'll figure that out later. So this part's going to be kind of, you know what? No, this one's not going to be. I don't want to say it's going to be easy. Hero control. Hero list control. Yeah, exactly. I caught myself. I was like, wait, what are you doing, dude? So this is going to go below this one. And I was just thinking, originally I was thinking a scroll bar, but I didn't remember that I had this much space available. So in the Unity version, that panel was taking up a lot more space here. It only takes up this much space, but it was taking up like this much space before. The goal in this is so I love Dominions 5, that video game, and that's one of the inspirations for this game. But one of the problems is in that game you get like 150 fucking heroes, and it says that they're doing something, but you still got to check on like a bunch of them every fucking turn, and it gets old. And so I think what we're gonna try to do is have better heroes and less of them. So like 5 would be like a lot of heroes, especially in each 5, in one county would be like a big deal. your leader is considered a hero, and I'm using the term hero. That doesn't necessarily mean they're a hero. You know, they're just a hero like heroes of might and magic. So I think we can. This is my newest idea that I just came up with. I think if we do a panel container, I can expand it. I hope. Let's do expand. Breakpoints. Yeah, I don't know how they work. That's that's the That's the problem. um, a panel container. Um, I think we can. How are we going to do this? Because this control needs to be below here. How did we set up this thing? Well, yeah, my game doesn't run from here either. So I got to figure that out too. So we did. That covers the whole thing, the whole window. The whole window. So I think if we're going to do that, we're going to do this. Um, Up here. We're going to put this in here. And we'll put like just like some dumb label in here just for whatevs. Yeah, we need to be able to see this. Oh, is this thing go that high? No, we have to put this. I'm trying to think how we're going to do this. We're going to need like a panel container for these two different panels. Yeah, I'm going to look up, that's why I added it to my list, is to figure it out later. So that I can continue on with everything. It's not necessary right now. I was just curious because we were having a bug that I couldn't figure out. But we figured that out. I think we're going to have to change this around a little bit. We're going to have the other idea is we could put a margin container that pushes it down here. Oh, you know what we need? No, this is what we need. We need vertical whatever. Vertical, what is that thing called? Vertical box container. Here we go. This is what we need. Then this needs to be here. Yeah, exactly. Then this will go in here. Then this will be a particular size. Then we'll just make sure that these things are the right size. How big is this thing? 200 by 300? No. That's not 200 by 300. What? It looks 200 wide, so that can be our. All right, let me make sure. All right, this is what we want. This is how we don't need this control in here, actually, then. I don't think. Yeah, here we go. I'm trying to think how this is going to work here. Originally, I was going to put that in a panel, but it kind of doesn't look that terrible if it's not in a panel. I actually kind of like that. Game design when you have no plan, no 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 plans spelled out. Everything just keeps changing. I used to work at this copy place, and it was an awful job. Like in my first week, on the second day or the first day, I can't remember if it was the second or first, one of the owners, and there was like 5 owners, and one of the managers got in a physical fist fight. Then the guy got fired, the manager got fired, and I was like, huh, that's pretty fucked up. And, not because he got fired, but because they got in a physical fist fight. And, because at your job, you're not supposed to be fighting one of the owners. And I was like, no, he's not fired because he's like the son of this other owner. And it was just like, so wait, this guy that just punched one of the owners is still and hired? And it was like, so this place fucking sucked. Somehow they got the contract for EverQuest 2. And so I made these stacks of, like, they were like literally like this thick. That was like, if everything you did in EverQuest 2 was spelled out, like the programming was spelled out in just plain English. So it'd be like, if you click here, then it opens this thing. And it's so, they would give that to the program, and the programmer would go through it and turn it into code. Like they'd thought of all this stuff. Obviously, I haven't thought of anything. I think we do want this to be a container. This is going to just be a hero panel container. And right now we're just going to load names, hero name, label, and later we're going to do other shit. This is going to be its own scene. Right now, I think I'm going to leave it how it is, though, for my testing. And then we'll instantiate it. No, I like it. Changing it again is fine because everything's gonna get changed again anyways. But I was surprised that I like it just with the names. Originally on the Unity one, there was 2 boxes too. One was heroes and one was armies. And I already decided that I don't want the 2 boxes because I just didn't. It looked weird. I had it so like if you didn't have any, they would go away, and I don't know. Didn't like any of it that much. So this thing will be the code. Maybe we will just instantiate this right away. Yeah, let's just do that. It will make our lives easier. It's just one label. Where am I sticking my UI scenes? Here they are. I might start calling these things prefabs, by the way, because it gets having everything called a scene starts getting confusing. Um, so I'm thinking here we'll put a script on there that has the label only. Then I mean, I guess it's not really necessary to do that if there's just one of them. I guess we won't do that right now. We'll just get child when we're accessing it. So how this will happen is under select county, we will have it do something. So select county. I'm going to need this. Oh, we were going to fix the colors first. We should do that first, actually. I totally forgot about that. uh, let's fix that first. That's actually on my that's even on my list is next. So when I say fix the colors, we have this thing that I created like a temporarily. Uh, then we'll like temporarily just like threw some colors at each one, and we don't want that. It's this thing right here. So what we'll do instead. So what it's doing here is it's going through the available colors as a list. Um, oh wait, maybe we are doing it. So that's setting the faction color. Available colors is removed. Oh no, it's going through. Maybe we won't do this because it's not necessary right now. Though what it's doing is it's just going like faction one gets this color, and so does the faction, the the county. No, we gotta make it check. We gotta make it check. So let's rename this. Generate random faction colors. Let's put this up here. That's kind of a bummer. Then after it's done with this, it's got to go and it's got to have a new thing that is apply faction colors. This is long to counties. We can we'll leave it like that. I like the really long names, so that even that one's pretty long, for even for me. Um, okay, so yeah, this is going through each one, so we don't want to do that. We just want the faction colors to be assigned to each faction for this part. And so now that we have each faction as assigned, we're gonna go Uh, for it's pretty much it's very similar to this, but it's not. It's very similar, but it's not. Uh, int I equals. Oh, you know we can do for each. We can do for each. And you know I don't use those that much, and so I need more experience writing them. I mean they're not that hard. I think we do node county in children maybe. Then so for each node in the children list, we'll go county. This should be, and let me look at this to verify that I know what I'm. Well, no, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna. It's not verify what I know what I'm doing. It's gonna verify that I can. Yeah. So this is the thing. Self-modulate. So then we got it for each. If actually we do have the faction data here. Are we assigning this anywhere yet? I think we are assigning. We are. When I remember the other day, like I said, I was gonna do something dumb. I think we're doing. That's where I'm doing the dumbness. Uh, I think the dumbness. Where was that? Was that under globals? No, it was under. Not there. Faction generation. You know, there's an easy way to check. I'm probably gonna get a bug though. I'm like half typed code places. Yeah. Where is this at? Um. Oh wait, do we have that as well? We'll find that out too, I guess. Let's go down here, and then we can go to here. Yeah, it does know. Where the fuck am I assigning that? But it does know what faction it is, so this should actually be relatively easy. Faction or county. We don't even need we don't even need this thing. I don't think. And get rid of that. Where was this? Do I have it down here? Yeah, self. All right, it's not. It's not there. Node County is This is actually a sprite. What the fuck is this thing? I think it's a sprite 2D. It has a little smiley guy. Yeah, that's a sprite 2D. This is a sprite 2D. Then we will self modulate equals. Then we need to get this from the county data. And the county data is attached to, what is the name of this script? This wasn't that long ago that I was working on this, and my brain, no, it can't handle it. You can't even find where anything is over here anymore because I'm in the wrong spot. This script is under select county we're using, which is, I feel like that's terrible. We're gonna need a county equals county. Wonder if I can just put this down here. Let's see. County data. No, I can't. And then select county data dot faction color. And that will just assign it, hopefully, to the same faction color. We will find out. Did I attach that to anything? No, it's not attached to anything. This needs to be right here. The fuck did I call this thing? It was some big long, it was a whole sentence. It was a whole sentence. And we're going to get rid of this debug log too soon. So that's a sign. Now we just got to make sure that they got the right colors. I mean, it looks right. What's going on here? Are these the same colors? The same song twice in a row in my music that you guys can't hear. Oh, it's like literally. That's weird. Let's look at this. I think I may have said that was the same faction. Wasco. Player faction. Player faction. Yeah, so that's why those are both green, but it also shows that we're getting the right thing. AI faction 1, and then if we go, oh, I guess I don't have a thing for my AI factions. In the other one, in Unity, I started making another thing where all the factions were generated, so I could look at them in the inspector. I'm not going to do that now. I'm only going to do it if it's necessary. I think I was having issues, and I needed it to be necessary. Right now it isn't, but we can tell that that's working because, well, this is working because these are the same color. I don't think we can look at anything over here. No. So that was all we needed. That was actually surprisingly quick and painless. And what is this shit? We don't need this anymore. We can get rid of the zombie code. And what did we call this thing? Random faction color? Sure, that's good enough. All right, now we're back to the thing that I was working on. We can mark this off on our list, though. Fix how the colors, yes. We can close that issue. And then we can start a new thing. Counties can go back down here. We're done with counties. We can move this over here. Oh, this is named wrong. We're going to edit this thing. And then we're going to add a new one of these. I think I got to go over here. Oh, only research is named that way. Okay, well, I just want things to be consistent. Just be consistent. That's all I want. Man, I've had like a minor headache for like days now. It comes and goes. New column. This will be heroes and armies. Armies. And we'll put this over here. Move, motherfucker. Do little moves here. There we go. And then we'll put the new thing that we're working on is heroes and armies. Then, once again, I don't know why I made these things an issue because it's dumb to have them as an issue. This will be at the top. We'll move this one more. Then the things we gotta do is instantiate a hero with name. I think that's all we have to do. I was trying to. That's not. It's not very. I was hoping for more things because it's. I like to check shit off. All right. So when this is back, we're back to what we were doing. This is going to be under select county. When we select a county, it's going to open that thing up. And this is already, well, we fucked this up. When I say we, I mean me. I fucked this up. Um, oh, no, I didn't. So this will open this up. And this thing. Oh, I didn't want this to be the scene. I wanted the thing below it to be the scene. Oh, no, I did want this to be the scene. Yeah, because this is going to stick to the bottom of the V box. So when this thing on visibility change of this, it's going to generate. So it's county info control, I believe. And then we're going to do a private void on visibility change if visible equals true, not equals to true. We're just going to put control is visible. And let's see. We need a signal on here, though. That on visibility. Man, my spelling is so fucking terrible. And it's been that way. It's crazy. My spelling is like extremely terrible. Is that what I put? It wouldn't even surprise me. But it's so improved than what it used to be. It used to be even so much worse. Uh, Visibility. You know what helps me a lot with my spelling is the fact that um what happened here? Um Firefox and Chrome and all that all have they spell check it for you, and I'm like, oh, what did I do? And they tell you if you're wrong, so at least I have to like look up the word. Visit. I still feel like I got too many eyes and shit in here, man. There's definitely certain words that I have had to learn just through rote memorization, but it's also just like I can't sound out anything. Okay, so that is working, which is how we want it. We're gonna go back to this song is awful. I love Courtney Love. I know I'm one of the few people who like Courtney Love, uh, but I love some of her albums. But whatever that song was, it was awful. Yeah, you know, I was sending. Who was I sending? I don't remember who I was sending text to the other day, but every one of them, I was leaving off uh, like isn't. I was leaving off the nt at the end, so it was saying the opposite of what I was saying. I kept having to go back. Wait, no, I was saying this. I don't even know what my hands were total traitors. Uh, all right, so on this visibility change, basically we're going to you know, I'm going to make this a method. It's going to be a private void uh, generate hero. I feel like I already typed this out, but all right. Then we're going to generate this heroes list here, and then we'll put this down here. And then I'll get rid of this. Then we're going to need up here, we're going to need a private um, panel container hero list. See, I'm going to call them prefabs from now on because they're fucking me up. Because if I call it a scene, I'm going to be confused later. I gotta like count on me not remembering anything. I'm like Memento, a guy in Memento, like where I'm writing notes on myself, tattooing notes on myself. Uh, then are we gonna do anything with this? We are. We're gonna set the labels. So this is going to be a panel. Oh, we need its parent too. Privates. I don't know what I'm doing there. Privates. What is this thing? VBox container. I guess. Private VBox container hero list parent. And this is going to be hero prefab, and it's gonna equal hero. We need this to be a panel. I'm going from memory here, so this is gonna probably get bad. Did I say? Oh, did I say? Did I say easy or easy? U word. Unity. You know when you like talk to a kid and you gotta spell it out. UNITY. This is gonna be a hero list prefab dot instantiate. No, all right, my memory is not working. I know I have this somewhere else though, so we can copy it from there. Where am I instantiating something? I just like clicked a random one and I was hoping it would be there. I don't think I'm instantiating anything yet on this. I don't think I am. I am on this other thing though. And it is going to be under scripts. And let's look at our demon spawn script here. Should have it in there. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. It is pack scene. It's got to be a pack scene that we're turning in to something. We're turning it. That's what it is. We got to put it pack scene up here. I'm in the wrong spot here. This has to be a packed scene. And then it's like a two-step process if I remember correctly. Oh, you know what? I did. In this one, how did I do this? This is not a good example. That's some other crazy shit that I was like, I want to see if I can do it this way. Here we go. This is loading it from disk though, and we don't even need to do that. Let me move this over here. Did I just have it spelled wrong? Jesus Christ. No, it must be because of the packed scene up here. Then we're gonna get what the fuck, man? Hero list parent dot add child. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Actually, let's put the thing. What are we calling this thing? Hero prefab get child 0 is gonna be a label. I don't know if I can do it this way. I might have to do it 2 steps here. I notice there's a lot of things I gotta do in 2 steps, which is fine. Yeah, I gotta do it in 2 steps. So we'll call this, or maybe I can like put, no, I gotta do it 2 steps. It's fine. Well, one part of it does. One of 10 million parts works. We're gonna call this label hero name label, and we're gonna make it equal this fucker right here. I guess I didn't need to copy and paste it. Then we're gonna go hero name label dot text equals Oh, this is where it's going to get a little more complicated here. Where is this thing attached to? This is county info panel control. Well, let's do this. Before we do that, let's do this. Let's comment out these two things, and we'll just add this in to make sure it's appearing. that's that's a long time away. This isn't actually not going to show anything. No, it should. It's not gonna. They're just gonna keep stacking up because I haven't like deleted any or anything. But it should show something. It should instantiate that one thing. As long as, well, okay, we got to do a couple things. This needs to be turned off. This needs to be deleted. This thing needs to have a few items added here. List parent is going to be this container. And then this prefab is going to be wherever I put that one thing. It's over here. This one thing. Then when we click on one of these, so that's not happening because it's on visibility changed. Wasn't that part of our weirdness? That's why we were putting that in the. That's what was happening. Oh, but we fixed it on this part. This is fixed. This is not fixed, and there's no way to change the visibility on this after it's been up. So right now we can't even tell. So let's add where it's getting the name of this thing. So when we select a county, are we telling anything anywhere what county we've selected? We aren't. So we need to do that. Sorry, I got another bad song, and oh, I have two of these songs too. What the fuck? Weird. All right. This is going to need a kind of a list of things. We're going to do an export group actually. And we're going to call it selected items. And then we're going to go, it's not really going to have any help. It's not going to help us any that, well, we'll figure it out. Public sprite 2D selected county. And we're going to put a space there. And then we're going to go, I'm going to put it as selected county equals this. But is it going to give me the script or is it going to give me this thing? Let's find out. Node, is it going to give me the sprite 2D or is it going to give me the Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. It's not gonna help me any. Oh, actually, I guess it did help me. All right. So that's what we want. So now that we have the selected county in there, we can go back to our we have a bunch of shit open that we don't need. it's, it is You know, so it's sometimes that is you gotta wing it. You know, we don't need that stuff open. I don't think we don't need this open. We don't need the arrays open. We don't need this. We don't need this. We do need this. So at the top of generate hero list, it's going to, I was like mentally running through how the program goes. I was like, I don't know if you guys can see my other hand. It was like going like, for the, like where, as it goes through each thing. When you select a county, this thing's going to go visible, and then it's going to take we're going to need the county data, and it's going to equal the county data is just like attached to it. No, it's not. It's under selected. It's going to be, I don't think I can do it this way. I think I got to do it in steps. I think maybe we shouldn't put the whole sprite 2D. Do I need the sprite 2D? We could just put the county data directly. Let's do that. I don't think we need the sprite 2D for anything. We just need the county data. So we can put right here. And then here we'll just equal this county data, and then this will be we don't even need that there. Then I'm gonna put a space here. We don't need this shit. Maybe we might. Then this is gonna be selected county. No, I'm just calling it county data. And we're doing this this is just for this test. Oh wait, no, we want this to be like their name. No, their first name. This is not the way we're gonna do this. By the way, this is not we're not gonna hard code in numbers like that. I mean, unless we have to. We're not gonna do it that way. And we're gonna run into an issue like immediately. And that is if we click this, well, that's a different issue. I think I forgot to like put the label or whatever. Generate hero list. Did we not? Which one did I click on? One that we know that there's a hero. Oh shit, I'm gonna take a break in a second here too. Did I put? Go away! God damn, that fucking thing. Hero county population 0. Um, counties Oh, this doesn't show us though. Even though we want it to, it doesn't show us. So there's we can, well, not an easy way to fix there. I'm saying easy again. What we can do, I'm gonna rename this actually. Heroes panel list. That has nothing to do with what we're currently doing. Let's make also let's make sure this label is all right. Just making sure that that is the first thing on the instance, not set to 35. So it should be in our output, like we're saying that this hero's name, it should be one of these. How many did we get? We got 4. So they all should have a hero. Oh, I guess we are also. That is the right thing. Is this turned off? It is turned off. Get child 0 is a label. Text, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure this is the issue. We can't look at that though, because that's the other type of list, but we couldn't look at it anyways. That is, let's look at this county data real quick. Then I'm going to take a quick break. Doesn't really matter which one I clicked on. Where do I gotta like re-lock down in my brain where things are. I took this out of there, but maybe I'll put it back in resources. Oh no, it is right here. Yeah, so one of these is the Godot one, and one is the C sharp list. Because I'm still comparing them. I don't know which one. Uh, it's not a dictionary, no. It's just a straight list, straight C sharp list. I had a thought and then I lost my thought. Oh, I know what my thought was. It wasn't a very exciting thought. It was just I'm gonna put a hero name. Then I'm gonna run this. I suddenly have to take a piss really bad. Then clicking the wrong thing. And it should be one higher than it was before. 35. Yes. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and have a smoke. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Got to stop my music too because this song's good. X, the band X. God, there's also Twitter. It's called X now. Weird. Anyways, be right back. Okay, I am back. Let me turn off my break timer. 25 seconds. Let's see how this thing is assigning these names. I think that will be or assigning the names in the whatnot. So, did I forget to assign it? It's quite possible. We had these crazy things. He's being added in. So we're getting this after. I was wanted to make sure too this GD print was after we assigned it. Mm, no. Yes. Okay, I was making sure. I was like, wait, we're assigning the wrong one. We are not. I. All right. Well, that looks assigned to me. It's adding it. So let's go back to our thing here. Um, this is equaling this data, which is what we want. Then we got to go to this guy and on visibility change. And we know it's this problem. Let's go back to this. That's right. I mean, it looks right. There should only be one of them for every, so it should be 0. Even though this is getting assigned up here. Again, it's a order of execution. Oh, I know what you're saying. That probably is what it is again. I know what you're saying. This is happening afterwards. Do show last. Let's see. I think you're right. I think you're right. I wish I could program things so that the order in here didn't matter. That's like my main goal is always to make that not matter. I know that's like nearly impossible. Uh, Hero's name is Kevin. And there he is. That was it. Thank you, Win. Also, Joker, thank you for telling me about the basics of the breakpoints. Now I know how to start. That'd be signals. So let's think about that. How would I do it? So, um, I mean, it's using a signal to change the visibility. No, it's not. It's using this to change the visibility. There's a signal that's on visibility change that's doing this thing. It's this is the signal that is hitting this thing. There, if we put, not the background, this thing can be. Yeah, none of those would do any good. I guess we could write a custom signal. I've never done that. I gotta learn it eventually. But I'm just gonna put a note here for now. um, and we're gonna do something else too. We're gonna make this. We're gonna do this. We need some squigs and shit in here. I'm just gonna put their full name in for now. We'll make sure that works. Then we're gonna do this the real way. Um, yeah, so the next issue we're gonna have to fix is when we click on this thing's already open. And this is what we ran into last time, why this has this thing. I can't do it on visibility change. Because this changes. If you click on it, we need it to update per county. We don't need this thing in here. Are you a smoker? Um, that's why we put this here, was so that it would update each time we clicked it. And this showing the on visibility change doesn't work in our current situation, which is a bummer. But what we can do instead, I wanted to move this over here. I want this to be over here. I would hope that your kids aren't. I mean, either way. I was gonna say, as long as they're adults, but I guess either way. Um, so what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna get rid of that, and we're going to go. Now I'm slowly going back to how it was. Um, now we should get like a bunch. Each time I click, it should get longer and longer. And it should probably bug out actually. Well, Okay, I forgot a whole step. um, County info control instance. You flick the county info control when you. So that's when I had it in Unity, and it really bothered me. So should probably get an error. No, I guess we're not getting an error, but we are getting all these stacked up. But we knew that was going to happen. Um, let's see if it looks like there's like a million of them. How bad it looks. It actually doesn't look that bad. It looks fine. So that's what I had with Unity, and I really disliked like all my panels would like turn off and on, and I don't know why I dislike that so much, but I do. Um, it seemed weird. You know what I mean? Like to turn something off and turn it back on just for visibility change. Like, uh, it just I don't know. Maybe that's like that's the way to do it. But there's a lot of things where I'm like, oh, I really hate this, but it's the like literally the way to do it that I've found. Uh, what are these things? These are no, they're not that. They are a panel container. I need a thing at the end here. So I have not had much luck with groups. I probably should work on them more. And in the Hex Demon one, couldn't get them to sign groups in code, so I just gave up and used an enum instead. Um, could have them group call function update contents on them. What would? Not sure I'm understanding what you mean. Hero. There's nothing there yet. No, what? Oh, it's not a panel container. What did I make that thing? No, it is a panel container. Did I put the wrong? I know that's currently keeping use Bailey's yeah, we went through this whole thing when we were messing with it. You know, chat and stuff was helping me too, and no one could figure out why they wouldn't assign. So I just ditched the whole concept and went with something else. I was clicking on that link. I guess you couldn't see me click on the link, the groups thing. Like I can get them to work. I can get them to work if you assign them ahead of time. But if I'm assigning in code, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't assign them. Um, and it wasn't necessary for what I was using. So I actually had two systems in place, and I was not on purpose, and I was just like, oh shit, I got two of these, one's groups and one's the enums. And then I was like, well, let's go with groups, and I couldn't get groups to sign with code, so I just ditched the group code. Um, 22. Oh, you know why it's probably doing this is because there's nothing there when it. So we probably need to do if not null. Is equal. Does it return 0? Is that a method? Guess it is. We'll find out here. Then, sorry, we need this to say it's not equal. Let's see here. Okay, I guess that wasn't the problem. Unable to cast object of type panel. Is this thing? No, it's a panel container. List parent. Maybe I have the. Wait, let me look at. This is a. Let's look at this. Maybe that's something there. Hero list parent. Let's look over here. VBox container. Oh, it's because of this. It's because it's these things. Okay. And we were just adding to it. We don't want to blow those away. That would be a bummer. um, Oidian 2. Um, I wonder if I can just put a. I wonder if I can put a panel container down here. Let's add one of these hero things. No, then they just stack though. That's why we didn't do it that way. Uh, I can put a VBox inside the VBox. I basically just need a placeholder. Wonder what that will do though. I mean, it works. the V box and the V box works. So that's what we'll do. And then this thing needs to be this one. Let's rename this shit though. Uh, County and Hero V box. Heroes. Got heroes weird. Another V box. So many V boxes inside. It's all right. So there we go. I think you told me that before. It was a thing when I started programming. I was like making games. I was like, I'm gonna keep this part in like uh, plain English, and then the rest I'll do. And so now I'm sticking to my guns. You know, maybe who knows? Maybe at some point I'll switch back. So that now works. Except this started out open. Let's make sure that this works with this. Sorry, shown, visible. So now we got to do something else, which is we got to plan ahead for. This is currently just working with one. I kind of actually want this up at the top. I like the assignments at the top. I don't know if it matters. This one has to be down here, but the rest. This is currently just going to happen if there's one, but let's say there's 5 there. This is not going to work. So let's set it up for plan ahead. We won't have it. We can test it with. Oh, you don't like that, huh? We can just add 2 in here. They're gonna have like the same name and stuff, but it doesn't, as long as just in case I like save it and we call it a day, you know, I don't want to. It needs to be removed. So then on here, we're going to want to. This is going to be a for loop. For uh, count for each in a list. Is it better? Is for each better than a for loop? Oh, we need one here too. Your name is very dark on my thing. Milk, how's it going? What am I doing overall, or what am I doing in this for loop? How does it know which name, which number? in my life, I'm just kind of flailing around. I'm working on a 2D 4X game, very minuscule, or very beginning of it. Um, and I'm converting it over from Unity, but even in Unity, it wasn't that far along. Uh, it's it we're currently in this spot. I want to have like a list of the heroes in each county. So there's like this. It's a post-apocalyptic game that's going to take place in North America. So each county should have a hero in it. Well, it's sort of heroes in this game are like your leaders and stuff. I just call them heroes. And right now we're trying to get a list to appear. It currently works for one, but I want it to have. Um, I want it to work for when there's currently only one as well, but I want it to work for more when we get there. So I kind of like threw some extra code in that may be what's causing this bug actually. Um, it's easy read since you don't need index. This is all stuff that I've added, like the map I grabbed from online, some copyright free map thing. This is only Oregon and Washington. It's gonna have it's gonna be much bigger with all of North America in there, but I only need 4 right now for testing, 4 counties. When we get more counties, um, there'll be counties that about 500 from the basic math that I did, and so it's kind of like inspired by like CK3 and Victoria 3 and this other game called Dominions 5 or 4 or 3, any of the Dominions games. Um, and and I have like all these lofty plans and shit, but it's not, they're not very realistic. um, so if you did, it's open source too. Not, I don't think anyone would want any of the code at this point. Uh, but this one's open source. It's on GitHub. I've streamed every time I've worked on it. I'm on, this includes the Unity thing. I'm on, it's the 76th time I've streamed it. So I'm basically learning everything from scratch. Chat is being very helpful though. Uh, um, so I'm thinking, all right, let's comment this out. I want to try this for each concept here. For each county population hero in why am I converting it from Unity? So I don't like how the Unity CEOs and stuff operate, and uh, I originally, like a couple of years ago when I first started like thinking about doing game development, I originally picked Godot, then kind of gave up because it was a lot more difficult than I thought. Just game development in general was. Um, and then when I came back to it, I started using Unity and used Unity for, I don't know, about a year or something, 8 months maybe. I don't know how long. And because I also like fucked around with a bunch of crazy shit before and then they did that announcement and all that stuff, and it's just like capitalism gone awry. I way rather use an open source engine, so I figure go away from that, and go to Godot, which is the seems to be the best open source solution. Um, and so that's where I'm at. The Unity part's still online too. If you want to look at that code probably isn't very good though either. Because I'm also learning more about coding as well. Yeah, and no, the community is much better, I feel, in Godot than Unity by far. So I have this hero here. Now we need to instantiate. We need to do this for each. We'll instantiate that. How am I learning how to do it? Um, Trial and error. So a lot of it is, so it's baking very basically, and like I'm much farther along than I was at the beginning, but at the beginning, and I'm going through the same process again, but it's breaking it down into the smallest pieces possible. Like if the first thing I want to learn how to, or let's say I want to make a game that, there's two dudes fighting and they're going to have names and stuff above their heads or whatever, break it down into the smallest possible piece and say like the first thing I need to do is how the fuck do I get their names on the screen before I do anything else, and then I figure out how to like get their name on the screen, and then I break it down even, or how do I get a fucking sprite on the screen, like I don't know, and then figure out that little basic part and then go from there. And then since I've moved from Unity to Godot, chat helps me like a lot. Like if you look at the chat even from today, you can see them doing suggestions, constructive criticisms and suggestions. We're not to the point where like we're talking about like game development. So you know what I mean? Like what's a better way to do this? It's more like, can you get it to work for us? And they're helping with that part. And then once we get like the basics done, then it will be more like, hey, is it better to have this button here, this button there? But it's right now it's more like, Josh, just try to get it to work. You know what I mean? Instead of get child, oh well, this was the bug that actually was causing the issue in the first place. This should have been 0. that was our that was our yeah, this is the C# version of Godot. That was our so Wind, I also have the same issue with get node. I don't find it very reliable. Whenever I do get node, like half the time it doesn't work and I can't figure out why. But if I do get child and pick the particular child, I have a much better luck. And I cannot figure out like why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. That's totally what happened here, though. By the way, that was what our bug was. Um, let's put this guy up here. Which one's faster? It's always like in Unity, it was always like something's got to be really fast. All right, then we'll do this. How do I know what all of like this code does? I don't. Let's see. This I'm only half joking. It's all from doing the baby steps thing. Um, so there's another thing for me, and so for me, like because my memory is terrible too. Like when a lot of it is just it is trial and error, and like that helps me remember too. Like when it's back to the like, how do you know what anything does? um, and like so, let's say I struggle with a bug for an obscene amount of time. I'm gonna remember that issue and how to fix it. Assuming I fix it. Um, Well, that has the duplicates down there, but did I not instance this thing? For each... Oh, I forgot to add him. I forgot to add him. They're just floating around in the ether there. Someone did a test on all the ways to get a node to see which way is fastest. Which one's fastest? Are you, Milk, are you thinking about making a game? I highly recommend it, especially if you play a lot of video games. Because it makes you appreciate the little things in video games. Like how much time it takes to put a label above someone's head. All right. Hey, there was a Haywire. Kenneth Haywire. That's my... I almost said husband. That's my husband. I was gonna say your brother originally. Okay. So the $ method was fastest. What's the $ method? Did you figure out how to put a name above someone's head? I did figure it out. Actually, so Joker there in chat does tutorials, and I actually watched his too. His tutorial on how to get a label to appear. That's in a different game than in this particular one. Oh wait, we still have this eye or this thing in here. This shouldn't be here. It's not an eye. Oh, so at the top you put it like this is the fastest way. And so that could be done, but I would have to put a script on the hero prefab, which it may... So the hero prefab currently is just their name, but it's going to actually have a lot more information eventually. I'm calling it a prefab again. The hero scene, and we may want to do that. Right now, just name is all we need. The color in these colors. All right, I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to do 4 each. That was actually surprisingly easy to... I'm still a little scared of the 4 each loops. So they would take a long time to explain that. The ones that are important to me are this blue color and this white color. The blue color means that it's like a local variable that's happening somewhere in this method, and the white one means it's up here. And so that's like easier for me to find it. And then this just means it's like text and stuff. But yeah, that part is will make sense as you program, you know what I mean? Like so wow, this part is done. Let's test it again though, and let's get rid of that second thing. I feel like, wait, you had 12 people? Okay, yeah, 12 is right. And this is all, okay. So what everyone told me to do when I first started was, there's some online tutorials that Microsoft offers. Everyone told me that I should be going back and doing those, like everybody, when I was streaming. Okay, it wasn't everybody. It was like 80-90% of the people. And so I went and started doing those, but they were really boring. And I got, so that's like a level system, like as you accomplish something. I became a level 4 C# guy, and I don't know how many levels there are, so it means that level 4 doesn't mean anything, because there could be 100,000 levels, or there could be 10 levels, you know. But I was very, very basic stuff. Like I was still learning this stuff, like that right there. It's really boring, and I found it was, for me, more fun to just try to figure it out and use and Google stuff, then even if I'm doing it wrong, once again, chat keeps helping me. Oh, I didn't even think about it, that you could configure this text and have it as colorful as you want. What was the thing we were doing before to make it? I think we're doing this to make this very colorful. But once again, it's back to breaking it down to the. Oh no, I didn't do it right. Here, let me. Why is this red? Um, I can imagine when you're coding. That's in the built-in one. um, I probably needed the $sign in front of that for this. And we'll put this back and we'll put the squigs up. And then I have a Discord that I'm trying to like build into like a place for people to talk about games and stuff. Game creation. It's not, I'm not it's barely anything. Um, that means it's like text. I'm trying to get my rainbow thing. Is it rainbows with an S? I can't remember how we did it the other day. It's just for fun. Print rich. Oh, my Discord thing didn't work. It made me log in again today. I wonder if something's going on again with it. Like occasionally that ship just breaks. Stream element does. Um, um, it says it's working. It's funny. One day I was having this issue, and I went and fucked with Stream Elements shit like so much. I was gonna manually copy it over there. I went and fucked with all the settings and all this shit, and eventually I just deleted everything and uh, started from scratch. And then I looked on their Discord, and they were like saying that they've been having these intermittent issues. Um, and it wasn't anything. There we go. We're just fucking around there. We finally got it to work. Yeah, exactly. I found out that it was them all along. Does that link even work still? It does. All right. What is this thing over here? New stuff all the time. So I'm actually going to call it a day for this because we did more than I thought. I would get to. I literally thought it was going to take me 3 hours to fix that um, issue. So we fixed two things since then. After this, I take a nap. That's what I do every time after I stream is I take a nap. How about you? What are you guys up to? I need to make sure that this is saved, and then I need to make sure that I need to push this to GitHub. We have the wrong thing here. We're on the wrong branch. We're going to what type of homework are you doing? You know what? This still applies. Hero panel list is now working. C# homework. You panic? You panicked, did it? Yeah, you know what? Win is right too. Chat GPT, especially for C# stuff, is pretty useful. And I've used Chat GPT a bunch. I guess I didn't mention that. I've used Chat GPT a bunch, especially when I have questions about like fundamental stuff. I find that Chat GPT is better at explaining the fundamental stuff. I'm going to go to it right now because there's one in particular which I can't remember what the question was, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. You're not allowed to use. How are they going to know? So like, there. Where's the thing? I wish I could search this chat. Because it was pretty old. Um, I can't remember what I was asking, but it was like basically, man, I wish I could search this because it was like I think the question was like, what the fuck is this? And it explained what I was asking so well. So then the other option is you Google that and then you find like Stack Overflow, and the Stack Overflow description is or explanation I don't feel is even as good as the Chat GPT one. I wish I could find it. See, so look how much I've used this, like Chat GPT, just uh, write how to write a clock in C#. Variable names. See, like I was even asking like how to what's a good variable name? Yeah, what is a good variable name in C#? So like I was asking like fundamental stuff. Um, that's true too. Uh, this isn't everything that I've asked. Yeah. Here's a work related thing. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was pretty long ago. It was, can I drink coffee after wisdom teeth? It didn't, it didn't give me a good, good, I said 24 hours. Sure. Ask away. I'm going to call it a night though, or call it a day after that. Maybe I can find this while. Okay, here it is. What the fuck is this thing in C#? And I find that this explanation, and hopefully it's right, because if it um, if it's wrong, then I'm learning wrong. But I was looking at some tutorial, and that was in the tutorial, and I was just like, what the fuck is that? Oh, actually, I know what I was using. I used that actually in some movement things in Unity. I did it. But this is like why I was saying like Chat GPT is useful. Um, it's some weird operator thing that it's a lambda expression, which is a concise way to create a small anonymous function. What? The underscore, that's not, is that an underscore? Is a placeholder for a parameter? Well, if it's the same thing, it's back to the breaking things down to the smallest parts. Like if let's say you didn't know what an operator is, you can ask it, and that's why it's kind of like, what is an operator? And that's why I find it useful, because sometimes I don't quite know what it's, I don't know the vocabulary, and vocabulary is like an important part. Um, but I am definitely calling it a day, and let's see here. Uh, but thank you again, you guys. ChatGPT is free. Yeah, it is free with limitations. I think that's what they're trying to sell me at the top, wherever it was. Something about you can, I heard they're like hemorrhaging money. Yeah, so if you to get the 20 month, I don't think it's worth $20 a month, honestly. It's very useful, but I use it less and less, and it works less well with Godot, I feel. Um, oh, it updated that one. But anyways, uh, I'm calling it a day. Thank you, Win. Thank you, Joker. Nice to meet you, Milk. And I will talk to you guys next time. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning. Bye.